interact live with Rotary International President-elect Rotarian Holger Knaack. I am Rotaractor Sneha Shakya, the District Rotaract representative of Rotary International District 3292, Nepal and Bhutan, and the Secretary General of Sarek MDI for Rotaya 2020-21. And joining me as the co-moderator today is past District Rotaract representative, a Rotarian Rotaractor Anmol Chawla from Rotary International District 3011, the Joint Secretary and the upcoming Vice President of Sarek MDI.
Thank you so much, Sneha. A warm welcome to all the guests here and all our social media handles where we are broadcasting this live. We have more than 4,000 attendees joining us across different platforms today. Thank you for the amazing response and for all the questions you have sent to us through the registration forms. In a limited time span of 1 hour, we will not be able to ask all the questions to RI President-elect Holger. Hence, we have tried to bring our two experienced Rotaractors from Sarek MDI who shall answer some basic queries we received through the registration forms.
Yes, so let us welcome the Sarek MDI President, past District Rotaract Representative Srijita Niyogi, and the Sarek MDI President-elect, past District Rotaract Representative Mukesh Pratap Singh. So hi Srijita and Mukesh.
Hello Sneha, thank you.
Hello Sneha.
So the first question would go to Srijita. So what are the major achievements of Sarek MDI in this Rota year?
Okay, thank you for whoever had pulled in this question. It is absolutely great talking about our footsteps this year. The idea or the basic morale behind Sarek MDIO's initiatives have always been to reach out to the grassroots level. And I would say it's a great opportunity for us to be able to connect with so many Rotaractors simultaneously. Having said that, this year we have concentrated mostly on two things. And by two things, I mean those are the two most important things for any MDIO. That is, one is information and the other is training. From the training perspective, we have covered the bridge, like under the Bridge the Gap initiative, we have covered on-location training in 8 districts across India and Nepal. So that was a brilliant effort on our part, and it was great interacting with so many Rotaractors throughout South Asia. Beyond that, we also started with another initiative called the Sarek Sundays, wherein for the first half of the year, we have divulged 10 videos which can come in handy for Rotaractors throughout the year. Things like very basic details like updating your details in My Rotary, how to update your presidents, incoming presidents details, how to get the RI citation, what is with the brand center, and things like that. Apart from that, there is one more initiative wherein we have received overwhelming response throughout South Asia, and that is Rotaract Roshni. I don't know if you are aware that a super cyclone had hit West Bengal and Orissa, and here we will be reaching out to these places and giving out solar lamps that we have collected throughout the year. So that is another initiative that we had taken during this year, and we are going to put it into action very soon. So overall, I would say that from Sarek's perspective, it has been in the movement has been in the positive direction. However, we have taken certain feedbacks and we intend to work upon those in the days to come. And the President-elect will be talking about those later. Thank you.
So Mukesh, we have one question for you, which comes as, how do you feel the club should decide the plan of 2020 and 21 in the virtual world?
That's a superb question, Anmol. The reason behind that, we are also facing the same issues. I mean, how to run our tenure, how to plan our things. We on MDIO level, we are also facing the same issues. So I think this is the right time to connect with our Rotaractors in our zones, to know our Rotaractors, within the club, within the zones, within the district. This is the right time when we can plan. It's like events like in which we can easily communicate with each other. We can easily know each other, and I think this is the right time. जब I mean throughout the Rotaractors के साथ मिलके कोई चीज प्रॉपर तरीके से प्लान एंड एग्जीक्यूट की जा सकती है, बिकॉज वी ऑल नो अभी जो भी करंट सिनारियो है, टिल दिसंबर एंड मास गैदरिंग रोटरी इंटरनेशनल ने खुद ही मना कर दिया है. सो आई थिंक टिल दैट टाइम बहुत अच्छा ऑप्शन है सारी चीजें एडमिन पैनल पे ध्यान देने का, कि हाउ वी कैन मेक आवर क्लब, आवर डिस्ट्रिक्ट एडमिन पैनल स्ट्रॉन्ग. एंड उसके साथ ही साथ में जो कुछ एक्टिविटीज जो प्लान कर रहे हैं, लाइक वर्चुअल, वी कैन डू वर्चुअल फ्रेंडशिप एक्सचेंज, वी कैन डू वर्चुअल DJ party also. So these are the things, these are the activities which we can plan right now. And the most important part is, as we all know, we are Rotaractors, and one of the most important thing is to connect with other Rotaractors. And I think this is the right time when we can connect with Rotaractors throughout the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Mukesh. So, Shrijita, the next question to you would be, how can we make Rotary, the Rotary experience, less expensive for Rotaractors who are actually planning to join Rotary?
All right. I think basically this idea that Rotaract is, Rotary is much more costlier than Rotaract is probably a myth in itself. If you consider the Rotary dues, the annual Rotary dues, the district dues, and the RI, the Rotary News Trust that dues we have to pay, it all comes to less than 10,000 rupees, which makes it less than 1,000 rupees a month. So in itself, you can understand that probably it is probably not the correct outlook towards the entire thing. What I feel is, however, if this comes as a little too steep for Rotaractors, I think there are several districts who have actually agreed. I am not sure if you're aware of the concept of passport clubs. So passport clubs is a concept wherein you get recognized as a club, as a Rotary club. You get all privileges of a Rotary club. However, you do not have to give your dues for the first 3 years. After that, you have to join a new Rotary club, or you can form a new Rotary of our own. So Rotaractors can exploit this option to get through the nuances of Rotary, get through and take this time to deal with their financial stability, I would say. However, there could be another way. In several districts, the district governors are pretty much happy to allow the Rotaractors who have just turned Rotarians, or the dual members, to waive off the district dues. Okay, so all you have to pay is the RI dues and the Rotary News Trust dues. So all of which will again come down to a much lesser amount. But I would once again repeat that once we go out to eat in a restaurant once a month, we all know that it costs more than 1,000 rupees in Indian money. So I think it's more in our head about it. Rotaractors should definitely come forward in joining Rotary, and that's about it, I think. And if any of you need any other details regarding Passport Club, we can definitely take it up in our later sessions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rajita. Mukesh, so one question has come for you again, which says, why should Interactors join Rotary? So we say the bridging, why the bridging should be there from Interact to Rotaract?
I think we as a Rotaractors, Rotary want us to join, Rotary wants Rotaractors to join Rotary. See, in the same way, we want our Interactors to join Rotaract, so that we can maintain our this family, and we can work out. It's like we can work out on the to increase our family members, because our right now our main issue is if we see our Rotary this thing. Rotary strength, there are 1.2 million Rotarians only. So if you want to increase that, we want Rotaractors to join Rotary, and in the same way, we want Interactors to join Rotaract. In the same way, for the Interactors, we have lots of opportunities, leadership growth, opportunities of service in Rotaract. In the same way, Interact is a start of journey and Rotaract is the continuation. Then, these are the things for which we want Interactors to join Rotaract, so that we can maintain our strength and we can work, more in more better way. Thank you.
Thank you, Mukesh. So Srijita, we have another question for you. So as an information body, how far do you feel Rotaract clubs should get benefited from MDIOs in fetching the latest information from Rotary International?
Right. Thank you for the question, Sneha. As the word goes, MDIO in itself stands for Multi-District Information Organization. So that is our job role right there, getting the information and passing it on to you. However, we follow a protocol. What we usually do is we usually pass on the information to the district Rotaract representatives, who in turn pass it on to you. Yeah, at times I agree that this happens, that the information does not get passed on right away. The reason being the DRR again has a much bigger and a more vast job role. So probably at times the information might get lost on the way. On that note, if a clear consensus comes up, we can in fact take this up as an agenda from Sarek MDI's perspective, that if we can keep an option for Rotaractors signing up, rather Rotaract clubs signing up to get information directly, especially the RI based information, because that is one of the most important things that we do, and it is a part of our curriculum to pass on the right information to a group of Rotaractors, penetrating into the extreme grassroots level. So I think that this is where, in fact, we can take this up in the later times or later also. Mukesh, since the President-elect Mukesh is there on the call, I think, Mukesh, we can figure out a way to take this, creating kind of a forum wherein we can pass on the messages and information directly. We already have our social media handles and everything. We can probably work on that and see if we can get to reach the clubs in a more direct basis.
Thank you, Srijita. Thank you for that insight. It is actually important, as for me as well, that the information organization as an organization, so the circulation has to be smooth and based on the hierarchy, so that everybody gets the flavor of the first-hand information being delivered from RI to all the ground workers. So thank you for that. Mukesh, we have one more question for you. So we would love to know what is your plan as the president-elect for Sarek MDI?
In the upcoming year, already we are continuing with Bridge the Gap programs. As already Srijita told us that under Bridge the Gap, certain districts, ground level districts tak reach out kiya hai. Then in the upcoming year, we are planning for, we have some flagship projects also. In the upcoming time, we'll get, you all guys get to know what exactly is what exactly we have our flagship project for the upcoming year, that is 2021. In this year, we are also going to do one leadership program for the Rotaractors, for the past club presidents, and that for the past leaders who really want to develop their leadership quality, who really want to polish their leadership quality. For them also, this year we are going to start one. We are going to start one project, that is Sarek Leadership Institute. Then in the upcoming year, we are also planning some training programs for the districts also, for the DRR also. And in the same, as Srijita told us, this year also we are going to continue with Project Roshni. So these are the planning for the upcoming year, and there are some surprises, and you guys have to wait for that surprise. Thank you.
Thank you, Mukesh, for sharing the plans. So again, moving to Srijita. So we have another question that says, what is the RI dues structure for Rotaract clubs and when will it get implemented? Also, your thoughts on it.
All right, thank you once again. So the RI dues is not getting implemented right away. So we will be having the RI dues starting from 2022. So from Rota year 22-23, we will have the RI dues being implemented. So the dues would be very different for community and institute-based clubs. So it's going to be $8 per member per year for community-based clubs and $5 for per member per year for institute-based clubs. And if it comes to my views, in fact, we have discussed it already with the RI directors, and everybody is of the same opinion that it might look like a little steep at the beginning, but probably we will end up with the right set of Rotaractors who actually want to continue throughout this movement for a longish period of time, I would say. Because time and again we have seen, especially with institute-based clubs, what happens is that Rotaractors join, but with passing time, once their studies is over for the next 2 years or 3 years, we do not get to continue with that membership. So this is the idea, to have prolonged members and have, so this is the idea behind which the dues have started. Also, another very important thing is that once we start paying the dues, we will be open to the grants, the Rotary Foundation. So that will, help us enable to spread our wings better, and we might be able to take up much bigger projects, which probably is not possible with the limited funds that Rotaractors usually have been raising on a wider perspective, of course.
Srijita, just adding to that, so what do you feel, how will the Rotaract strength across the globe will suffer with this change? Of course, it is very important. We have been discussing it with Rotary leaders that yes, they're also ready for a deficit in the numbers. But still, what average can you think of that yes, this percentage of Rotaractors will get decreased out of the fraternity?
Unfortunately, probably South Asia is going to be worst hit. Because if we crunch the numbers, the conversion rate comes in most difficult in our part of the world. So we have been boasting of very high numbers. We might see a dip. Probably, again, it's probably statistics, but I think we can look up to a dip of up to 30%. Having said that, if the DRRs and the local past DRRs or the MDIO leaders in the area, if we chip in, if we do our best, if we can reach out to the grassroots level and actually penetrate enough to get the hold of people that see this is why you need to stay in Rotaract, this is why this can come in helpful to you in the near future, we might be able to stop this gap actually. So it's not impossible, but yes, a lot of hard work from the Rotaract leaders is what we should look forward to.
And just adding to that thing, very rightly mentioned, that the batch of 2020, 21 and 21, 22, since we have 2 years when the dues will start, so these batches might be the transitional makers, and these are the most responsible people in the fraternity on the leadership positions who will help, retain the maximum possible strength, I guess. So what is this?
Very nicely put, Anmol. Absolutely, very nicely put. I think the next 2 batches of DRRs is whom we should look up to for being the torchbearers into this change. And let's be honest here, it is an organization from an international perspective, a change has come. So instead of being critical about it, let us see how we can make this transition as smooth as possible. And we as leaders should hold hands and be, walk in that direction. Ensure that we are able to bridge that gap as well.
Rightly put up. So this is actually, since we just saw that yes, we are putting up the statements and branding our Rotaract fraternity and project. So I have one good question for you. So how do you think COVID-19 pandemic outbreak could be a blessing in disguise to improvise Rotaract as a brand?
uh, it might come across a little probably a little selfish saying that we have been making most of the opportunity. I think, very honestly speaking, the Rotaractors have been acting as soldiers of the society. I have seen Rotaractors across districts collecting funds, collecting reliefs, reaching out. I know people, I know clubs where they're cooking every day to reach out to hundreds of people. I have seen DRR elects, DRR nominees joining hands, reaching out to hundred of homeless people. So as a whole, I think we have come across as really the youth to look forward to. Responsible, careful, and at the same time, people who have been flag bearers of the society. From a branding perspective, I saw a very beautiful project taken up, probably unknowingly, both in my district, and I mean by my district I mean 3291 and 3232. I would like to bring that up, and please forgive me that if the same thing or similar thing has been done and I have not mentioned that. What people have done is, it's very simple thing. I mean, masks have become a part of our daily life, right? I saw that there is just a simple thing. It was written Rotary, the Rotary logo, and it was written Rotary fights COVID-19. So be it Rotary, be it Rotaract, at the end of the day, we are a part of the bigger umbrella. So it was taken up as a very good branding perspective, from the branding perspective, and that Rotary is there, Rotaract is there to reach out to the masses where need be, and we will try our best to reach out as much as possible.
Well, thank you so much, Srijita. Definitely, our Rotaractors have been trying their level best to support our communities during this difficult time. Another question that we've received is, we have been receiving updates that the relation that Rotary and Rotaract share with our sponsoring clubs, let's say, is changing in the coming years. So could you share us, a little bit about that as well?
Sure, Sneha. See, from the very first perspective, the wherein this change came in, it is a flood of change, right? The change came in by this one word. It was elevate Rotaract. We stopped being just another program of Rotary International. We became a club. With that, we became registered members. Our Rotaract clubs are now members of Rotary International. With that, another change has come in, that Rotaract clubs do not need sponsor clubs any longer from 1st July 2020. That has probably posed certain questions, that is it a move in the right direction? But in fact, I had this discussion with Barry Rassen personally in San Diego when this was being discussed initially. What he said, and what I have also felt as an MDIO leader, talking to so many district level leaders from all the districts in India, Nepal, Bhutan, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, everywhere. We've received the feedback that it's not same everywhere. Whereas there are Rotary clubs in certain districts who are funding even up to 4 or 5 Rotaract clubs, there are areas where Rotary clubs are not ready to fund a Rotaract club. By fund, I mean, I don't just mean opening a charter, I mean giving the charter fees. What I mean is not ready to support them. Now the question is upon us. I think we should not take it as a whole. We should take it from a one-on-one perspective, as in we should deal it from a community level. So if there is a Rotary club who is ready to sponsor you, my personal advice will always be, you should work with your Rotary. There is nothing better than that. But having said that, if there has 3 months have passed and you're not able to get hold of a Rotary, why wait in doing a good to your society? So I think we should grasp opportunity as soon as it comes our way. With that, I think there is no yes or no to this. There is no black and white. It's probably a little bit of a gray area, but we should try to find our white wherever possible.
Thank you, Srijita, for clearing out the queries. So we are awaiting the arrival of Rotary International President-elect, Rotarian Holger Knaack. But utilizing a few minutes that we still have with us, asking a few more questions to Srijita and Mukesh. So Srijita, so we've come a long way since having joined your Rotaract club, being a club president to a district Rotaract representative, and now the MDIO president. So how has the journey been, and what has been your biggest learning in Rotaract till date?
Okay. It's been more than 10 years now. So it's really, I mean, probably the fun part of being Rotaract is you get to, being a part of Rotaract is you get to know everybody. When I say everybody, you know the DG of police of your district as well as you know which person gets you the Xeroxes done in the least price. So moving around, I would say the best experience so far would definitely be making friends. I have made friends for lifetime, not only in my district, beyond my country as well. So that is something that can never be taken away. With that, I think Rotary International President-elect has already joined our meeting. I'll hand it over to you, Sneha, to take it from here.
Thank you so much, Srijita. So Anmol, over to you.
Thank you, PDR Srijita and PDR Mukesh, for your answers. Rotary International President-elect Holger Knaack has joined us. Welcome you to the gathering of Interactors, Rotarians, and Interactors in South Asia and beyond, sir. As suggested by you, we'll have a short introduction about Sarek MDI to be presented.
Yes, thank you so much, Anmol. So as suggested by Rotarian Holger Knaack, we have a short presentation of Sarek MDIO. So we will begin. So yes, Sarek MDIO, commonly known, let's say, as the Southeast Asian Rotaract Information Center. We are a multi-district information organization, and we currently comprise of 35 Rotary International districts as our member districts in 7 different countries with more than 80,000 Rotaractors with us. So talking about the major objectives of Sarek, the primary objectives that any MDIO carries is bringing in vital information from Rotary International to the member districts. That's the primary objective. Along with that, we also work towards enhancing knowledge of Rotaractors through different trainings, providing support to district Rotaract representatives as per need, and connecting different districts and clubs for multi-district communication as well as projects. Some of the major initiatives of Sarek for the current year and for the upcoming year that I will be sharing ahead. So one of the major initiatives, as PDRR Srijita mentioned earlier, has been the Bridge the Gap initiative, which have been in location trainings in different member districts. The major objective of these trainings has been to bridge the information gap among Rotaractors at the very grassroots level. So the trainings have taken place in different occasions, primarily being the district officials training, the president-elects and secretary-elects trainings, as well as district assemblies. And only for Rotary 2019-20, the Sarek MDIO team has been able to reach out to 1,500 plus Rotaractors in 8 different member districts. And for Rotary 2020-21, the team has been working for trainings as well, and we have held virtual trainings in 8 different districts already. So moving ahead, another one of the major initiatives has been the Sarek Sundays, which are informational video content that has been brought up by the team on very important topics such as reporting the incoming Rotaract Club presidents in my Rotary, at the same time adding, terminating, and editing the member data in my Rotary, adding club projects in Rotary Showcase, accessing the Worldwide Rotaract Directory, and other such important topics. So another one of the major initiatives that Sarek has taken up this year has been Rotaract Roshni, again, as already shared by PDRR Srijita, which has been helping 92 fishermen by providing solar lamps in Sundarbans, which is the biggest mangrove area So this has been one of the major initiatives. So another one of our initiatives has been the Mega Cloth Donation Drive. Sarek MDI partnered with Yes Bank. So heaps of clothes were collected at different Yes Bank branches, and our Rotaractors from different districts collected these clothes and donated them in the most needy areas, and actually helped in touching lives in the most needy of places. So yeah, another very important initiative that we have been taking up is the Rotaract South Asia Summit. So this is an annual event that brings together Rotaractors from all across South Asia for learning, fellowship, and cultural exchange. The event is hosted by Rotaractors in different RI districts every year across South Asia. So yes, this would be the basics about Sarek MDIO. So again, Anmol, back to you.
Thank you so much, Sneha. That was a brief introduction about Sarek MDIO. Without further ado, we would request Rotary International President Holger Knaack to now address the gathering. We have more than 4,000 delegates already joining us through different platforms: YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Instagram Live. So over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. It's a great pleasure to be with all of you here. It's amazing what we are able to do with so many different platforms. It's not just Zoom. I think I'm on WebEx here right now, and everything is possible right now, and much more. We have many more opportunities to connect than before. Again, thank you for inviting me. It's a great pleasure for me to be with so many Rotaractors here. By the way, yesterday afternoon, I was in Brazil for an MDIO event in Brazil, but not Rotaract. That was Interact MDIO Brazil. And again, it's for me, it's really a great pleasure and a great opportunity to meet all of you. You know, I'm here in Germany, and to be honest, I feel pretty much safe being in Germany here. That's, I think, being at home, it's in times like this, the best place you can be right now. And also, we are really on the lucky side here in Germany. The lockdown is not really, but nearly gone in Germany. We are able to go out. We are able to meet friends. We are able right now, since this weekend, to go into restaurants, and also to hotels are open, just with a very limited capacity. But I think so normal life comes back to us very slowly. That's because in my state, so I'm living in the northeast state of Germany called Schleswig-Holstein, and that's with the border to Denmark. So there was no case the last couple of days, no new case in my area. And I think with the social distance all of us are asked, I think it will be possible to keep that status here. So hopefully, all of us hope, also you, that there is no second wave. What would be terrible if this comes back. But nobody knows what happens, and that's why this crisis is so difficult, because nobody really knows about it. Many people are talking, many doctors are talking about, but really nobody knows really everything about this virus, this coronavirus. Nobody knows anything about this, about COVID-19. And so I think we have simply to prepare, yes, for everything. So, but coming back to us here, so I love it to be with you, and Rotary indeed opens opportunities. And I choose this theme because it works to different parts of people. It works for the people we serve, because we are indeed opening opportunities when we are providing eyeglasses, or, as an example, wheelchairs, if we are providing clean water. So we are really opening opportunities for others, but we're also opening opportunities for ourselves to live a richer, more meaningful life, I think. And also it opens opportunities for you, for Rotaractors, of course, being members of Rotary International. It's an opportunity for being part of a large network, and we can use this network. And we have we are celebrating a small gathering with your leadership. And I think there's something also, there are opportunities being a Rotaractor. I think this is important. I will come back to that. So that's why I love this theme. And even if we are looking for new members for Rotary or for Rotaract, we can let them know, hey, join us. We are offering you the opportunity to serve, but also to increase your leadership skills. So Rotaract Southeast Asia, yes, that's a very strong group in Rotaract. And I learned Rotaractors from your group in, I think it's 5 years ago, during an institute in Kota Kinabalu, Malaysia. And also then last year, when we were in Manila for the Institute in Manila, there was also a lot of Rotaractors from your area. And I met many of them, and it was a great pleasure for me to meet all of you here. And I'm also, learning that Rotaract is now part of our Rotary organization. I'm really happy that we achieved that. Just sharing a very short story. This was in 2012 already, when I organized a peace conference in Berlin for those days past our President Sakuchi Tanaka from Japan. And I was asking Rotaractors to help me in organizing these events. And I had very strong Rotaractors from Berlin. And we are working very successful, very close together. And when it came to my institute, 2014, again in Berlin, so I'm asking Rotaractors for some brainstorming to plan this event and to make different things, to do something different. So we had a really successful day in brainstorming with really great ideas from these Rotaractors. And then when I went home, I saw, hey, I spoke to Suzanne, my wife, I think, you know what? These people have so many great ideas. I think they can do the job by their own. And so I appointed 2 Rotaractors as co-chairman of the Institute. And another Rotaractor as responsibility for all breakout sessions at this institute. And it was not a small institute. It was an institute for 7 zones and more than 100 districts in 5 different languages, all of them simultaneous interpreted. And it was amazing that also all breakout sessions were conducted and facilitated by Rotaractors from Italy, Rotaractors from Great Britain, from Spain, from France, and from Germany. And they have done everything. They facilitated all breakout sessions. And after that, I'm always here, hey, this was a really great institute because everything was different. But what I learned those days, well, I can totally rely on Rotaract. You are much faster than Rotarians, and they really put sometimes some pressure on me because I was slower than they were. And after that, during my time also as director and chairman of the New Generation Committee and also Young Leaders Committee, so I think we were working on that, making Rotaract really to a part of Rotary. And believe me, I was so happy when it happens 1 year ago at the Council on Legislation. And by the way, I was an ordinary member on the floor of this council. I was an ordinary representative of my district 1940. And you know, this enactment was opposed. And then I was working very close with those days President Barry Rayson to bring it again next day. And so we are working on Facebook and on all virtual platforms to activate Rotaractors and to show the Rotary world how important this will be. And it works. Now you're a part of us, and now we start to make it happen. And we started, in a new way. You know, in older times, when we had a new idea in Rotary, we prepared a pilot and all these things. And this took then 7, 8 years before things would happen. And right now we did it on the spot. And now there are so many open questions, but it's okay. So we are working on these open questions right now and how to administrate this. What is your role in districts? What is Rotaract's role in zones? And so, but it's okay. We can, even if it takes some time yet, we will work on to make everything happen. What needs to be done. And so, regarding dues, for example, so we followed the survey regarding the dues for Rotaractors, but it will come in 2022, not yet. And that's okay, I think. And we have to develop a new database that takes also some time. That's okay. So we are doing everything what has to be done. And there are already, during next year, 2021, there are several Rotary International committees with Rotaractors. And what will be the first time ever, there will be a Rotaractor all the time on our board meetings. So there will be a Rotaractor on the board of Rotary International as an advisor, without a vote, of course, but there will be a Rotaractor, and I'm very excited how that will work. Yes, that's what we are expecting next year. And again, we are working on benefits for Rotaractors. Of course, we are working for how to increase your leadership skills, how to increase your skills in public speaking. For this, we have also this cooperation with Toastmasters, and I'm very excited. It starts with Rotaract, and I think we saw the first meetings, of course, virtual meetings in the United States already. And let's see how it also works in your part of the world. Yes, right now I'm working with Rotary clubs on every occasion to let them know, hey, what is important if we are think about more and closer cooperations with Rotaract. It's simply important for me is mutual respect and eye level on both sides. I think that's something all of us has to work. But I think we will definitely be successful with this. So, Rotary opens opportunities for Rotaract. Rotaract opens opportunities for Rotaract. I think this is so important, because if we are working very close together, there is no limit what we can achieve together if Rotary and Rotaract is really very close. Rotary and Rotaract is such a wonderful, unique organization that we all love. And really, it's our mission to advance and to protect these organizations, Rotary and Rotaract, for the generations to come. Rotary and Rotaract opens opportunities, indeed, for the people we serve, but also for ourselves. Thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your insights and also sharing about all the new updates that are upcoming for Rotaractors from the side of Rotary International. So we received numerous questions from the attendees on our registration form, out of which we have selected the 10 most interesting questions, and we will now be putting them forward to you. So the first question goes like this. Seeing how the world has been affected by COVID-19, will pandemic control be one of the thrust areas of Rotary in the future?
Oh, please again, the question.
Yes, sir. So seeing how the world has been affected by COVID-19, so will pandemic control, or let's say our actions towards a post-pandemic, will that be among the thrust areas of Rotary International in the future?
Yes, I think no, because we have our areas, and what I'm asking everybody here is saying, please, let's keep this experiences. Let's keep everything we are learning right now and take that into the future, because that's really something what is really important. So we are learning so many things right now, how we connect. So just half a year ago, nobody thought about being so connected through through our virtual platforms. And I think President Mark Maloney never thought how important this would be. But I think after Corona time, I don't know. Nobody knows how long this will take right now. But I think, however it takes, there are still people in need, and will be with our areas of focus. We are going to help people, because the needs of people doesn't stop just because of the Corona. So I think our mission to help people is anyway there. But I'm excited how it works, because it becomes more difficult for us. But I think I can just talk about this for an hour right now, but we don't have any time. No, I think we have to focus on what is necessary in our areas now and also after the pandemic. I think that's the important thing.
Thank you, sir, for that guidance. So there's one more question which says, since now the Rotary rules for the upper age limit of joining Rotaract, so do you think it will affect the Rotary membership in future, and what are the possible consequences that Rotary clubs are going to face due to this change?
Yes, that's really an interesting question right now. So we learn through data, and we have data from since more than 100 years that crises not really affect our membership. So we saw the largest drop in membership after the Great Depression in the United States, and then after that all over the world in 1929 and 1930. So that was and this drop was just 5%. But what we saw, what is a significant drop during every crisis in the contributions to the Rotary Foundation. And that's simply a disaster. Because as I said, it's not about money, it's about our projects and how our projects are helping people. That's why I'm really concerned.
Great, sir. Thank you. And there's one more very important question which is coming from the hearts of Rotaractors. And since Elevate Rotaract is the highlighted word for a couple of years now, so the question is, will Rotaractors be serving on the board of Rotary International for the incoming Rotary year? And the way forward for Rotaractor selection in the Rotary District Board or International Board? Is there any course which has been decided by the Rotary International?
There's nothing decided right now. I think this is all under construction. Your role in districts, your role in zones, and also your role in Rotary International. As I said, you are a member of many more Rotary International committees, and you have a seat on the Rotary Board of Directors already next year, as young PDGs have already. But we want to hear your voice, and there will be always a Rotaractors on these Board of Directors, or joining the Board of Directors, and then with the right to discuss and the right to speak. I'm very excited about that.
Thank you, sir. That would definitely be a great opportunity. So the next question goes like this. What are your views, or let's say, what is your vision for the growth of Rotaract movement? Also your views on the rate of conversion from Rotaract to Rotary.
Yes, that's a great question. I think I can speak about an hour about this year right now. I have no doubt to speak. Yes, I think growing. So we have this initiative this year, and it's starting with Mark Maloney, and I will of course follow up with the same initiative. Let's grow Rotary. Let's simply grow Rotary on all levels, not just by members, it's also by strengthening clubs and having more and better projects and having more and better fundraising events. So and I think I would love to see this also in Rotaract, of course. And I think Rotaract has the same challenges than Rotary has. So we are looking for good members, and I know also the Rotaract clubs worldwide are looking for good members. And I think my advice for Rotaract here is the same than for Rotarians, because I don't see any great and big differences between Rotaract and Rotary here. And so my advice is also look for members what are the best fit to your Rotaract club. So I think there must be a good fit And also the Rotaract Club map has to meet their expectations. I think this is really important if you are looking for new members. And then, of course, hey, you have to let them know there's something in for you. There's also a real benefit if you are joining a Rotaract Club, if you are marketing your Rotaract Club. And I think you really should be very clear in your club what is your added value, what your Rotaract Club brings to members. I think that's really important if you're going to marketing your Rotaract Club. And of course, no doubt, I would love to see as many Rotaractors as possible becoming Rotarians. And by the way, there is some discussion in Rotary regarding these upper age limits. Now, some Rotarians are concerned that, hey, they will be Rotaractors for every time, for always Rotaractors and not joining us. And my answer is yes, I don't think that, because they want to keep their young organizations. Don't be afraid that they are accepting 70-year-old new Rotaractors as members of their organization. Don't be afraid. And when they stay longer, let's be happy because of that. We are losing them. So I'm happy if you stay as long as possible, as long as your club allows it in your organization before you're going wherever, but not a part of our organization. So I would love to see, of course, no doubt, to see as many as possible of you as Rotarians. But if you stay longer, if you're Rotaract, I'm happy. So that's definitely something we can close, a so-called gap. I don't think there is a gap, but many Rotary Club thinks there is a gap. So that's something we can close this gap. But for me, it's important that you stay in the family of Rotary.
Thank you so much, sir. That was definitely very insightful. So the next question is, one of our Rotaractors is one of the attendees who is listening to us right now, is very excited to know about your best memory in Rotary that you've always cherished.
In Rotary? So there are many. I think it starts for me with being involved in Rotary Youth Exchange. So everything starts for me. So there's always a saying, there is a transition of being just a member of your Rotary Club to become a real Rotarian. And I think this happens through engagement, and passion. And my passion really starts with Youth Exchange. When we hosted so many young people in our home, and you have to know, Suzanne and I, don't have any children by our own, but we hosted already, I think, 43 Youth Exchange students here at home. And if you can see how you can, as a Rotarian, change people's life, and we are still in contact. So this is it's like a miracle for me. And of course, as I said, this working closely with Rotaractors for these great events, because I really always could rely on them. And another thing, what the largest and biggest event in Germany, in the family of Rotary, that's a Rotaract event. That's called DEUCO. That's our annual meeting of Rotaract in Germany. And that's an event with last year, I think we had 1,400 people. And that's really successful. And that's a really great party. And I like this party with Rotaractors here in Germany. That's always an amazing event. So these are really, really, for me, highlights in my Rotary life.
Thank you so much, sir, for such insight. So we have one important question, as you just mentioned, that there is a certain gap which can be filled easily and will not take much time if we get that support from the Rotary International. So how do you feel that Rotary and Rotaract on the club level or at the district level or at the international level can work together in a better way to synergize that bond which they feel is lacking?
Yes, first of all, there must be really strong will from both sides. Both sides. So regardless if Rotaractor or Rotarian, have to see that's a benefit for both sides working closely together for the future of Rotary. And as I said before, for me, the most important thing is mutual respect. I know that's different, and it's different in cultures. And in your culture, it's much more, yes, you're honoring the age much more than it is in my culture. But it depends, it's on both, for both sides. So I think it's about mutual respect and the insight that we need, what Rotary needs Rotaract to be successful in the future. But also I think Rotaract needs Rotary. And I think this is something what is important for me. So mutual respect and all of us believe that we need each other to be successful in the future. I think with this, a very strong cooperation is possible everywhere.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It was indeed insightful. So there's one more thing somehow related to that since there are many institute-based Rotaract clubs, do you think the membership will be affected after the RI dues for Rotaract clubs are implemented? And how far do you feel that, yes, Rotary International is ready to accept the membership change in the Rotaract?
So yes, there might be a change in membership. The problem is because not all Rotaractors are tracked, so we don't really know. Are there those we are losing? Are they really a passionate Rotaractor at all before? Or is it really a disaster if we are losing those who are not really interested, not really passionate in working with them? So that's a question. I don't know that. We will know the answer, I think, in the next 2 years if we are having our database and know how many Rotaractors are there, how many Rotaract clubs are there, and how this works. So we are also right now creating all the time new Rotaract clubs. And so I don't think so that we are losing too many. I'm always interesting, to be very honest, to have more community-based Rotaract clubs, of course, because they stay in Rotaract till 30 or 35 or whatever you're decided how your upper age limit should be. While universities-based Rotaract clubs normally leaving their university and club with 23 to 25 whenever you are graduating in your area where you are living. And so, no, I'm really looking, I don't think so that this affects very much our definitely not the number of passionate Rotaractors.
Thank you, sir. So by now, I think through the examples and experiences that you shared, we have come to know that you really like working with the youth. But we have received this one question. So which is your specific avenue of service that you adore the most as a Rotarian?
Yes, it's indeed. For me, everything starts with youth service. And that's everything starts with youth service here, my Rotary career. And that's why I'm put all my work and my efforts into this avenue of service. And I was really happy when I saw that youth service becomes also an avenue of service in Rotary. And as you probably know, I was sharing the German Youth Exchange multi-district for youth exchange for 6 years. And we are by far the largest multi-district worldwide in youth exchange. During my time, we sent out every year 700 youth exchange students in long-term and also about 700 and more youth exchange students in short-term exchange. So that made all of our 1,400 went out and again, 1,400 also went in. And so I'm really passionate about this program. And I'm also passionate about the program called New Generation Service Exchange. And this is something that also fits to your age group in Rotaract because it's from 18 to 30. And it's about service in other countries and also internships. So in my district, 1940 with Berlin in the middle in northern Germany. So we are receiving every year a group from India and another group from Taiwan joining us here. And we are providing also internships for young people. Last year, Suzanne and I hosted for 6 weeks a young lady from Zimbabwe who made an internship here in our area. So this is a program I would love to, I will try to strengthen that and to promote this, because that's something also fits to your age group. So it's definitely, so my passion in the avenue of service is, yes, it's youth service, no doubt, but that doesn't mean that I don't take care of all our other projects, of our areas of focus areas. And no, but again, to be very honest, yes, youth service, that's where my heart is. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So we are glad to see the support that we are getting from your end. And we are just seeing the level of support that we would be having in the year 20 and 21. So the next question is quite apt. It is asked by one DRCC who says, will the DRCC get the access in the future on My Rotary to update the information about Rotaract?
Yes, definitely, yes. We are working on that. That also Rotaract will have access to My Rotary. I'm not quite sure if there are several parts in My Rotary open for Rotarians or Rotaractors. I hope not, but definitely they are working on that. There's a lot to do in our databases and our IT structure to make that happen. And this is something I call, this is under construction in Rotary International right now. But yes.
Thank you, sir. So we have a question from a past District Rotaract representative that says, what role should any past District Rotaract representative play in the district for the benefit of the Rotaract movement?
To be very honest, I don't know that. I'm struggling also. That's the same question, but I'm struggling about the role of past district governors in the district or the role of new incoming leaders. So I think we have to find a balance between experienced, older, and former district leaders, and also new and upcoming emerging leaders in our districts. I think it's about balance. I can't say any I can't give you an exact answer right now, but I think we need emerging leaders, and we need also the experience of the past leaders. But at least it's up to the district governor right now, or your Rotaract leadership, what you are going to decide. And I think it will be different region to region. I think it will be different in your area, and again different in Central Europe, where I live, and probably different in the United States, how they manage this. I think it really should fit to the culture and to the how Rotaract and Rotary is run and develop in that area.
Definitely, sir. Thank you so much. So the next question, I'm sure you will enjoy a lot answering this. So what is the reason behind the theme Rotary opens opportunities?
Yes, it was, when I was 9 months later. I stepped in later because of this terrible illness of Sushil Gupta. And so I went to, it's exactly 1 year ago, end of May 2019, before the convention, I went to Susanna, I went to Evanston, to our headquarters. And the first thing they asked me is, what theme will you have? And I said, hang on. It takes some time to think about that and to develop that. And yes, it happens. I was inspired by two things. There was one thing, and there's an initiative in Switzerland, Europe, for young people. They call this initiative Chance Givers. So it's for opportunities for internship for young professionals. So they call that Chance Givers. I like that idea, so giving chances. And then there's a very old friend in Austria I visited right after the convention last year, and he sadly passed away already. But I spoke with him also about chances. And then I discussed that with Susan, and so we found opportunities much better than chances. And then we came to this Rotary Opens Opportunities. And again, I love it because it works always, not just for us, also for the people we serve. And it's also a good theme for marketing if we are looking for new members. When we also indeed are opening opportunities for new members. And even as I always say, even in times of a lockdown and of the coronavirus, it's also an opportunity to invite non-Rotarians, non-Rotaractors to our Zoom meetings or virtual meetings to let them know, hey, have a look into our organization, what we are doing right now. I think for many people it becomes boring hanging every evening in front of the television and looking just Netflix movies or other things. Hey, there's an opportunity for you to join our Rotaract meeting, virtual meeting, and just step in and let's see what we are able to do. So I love this theme because it works to all sides. And by the way, you don't have to be a philosopher to understand that theme.
Thank you, sir, for that. So we have one very important question, which is coming up these days, that yes, Rotaractors will be somehow able to, get the global grants, and they will be somehow part of the TRF. So what are your views on that, so that they can be just aware of that?
So that's again, I'm able to answer many questions. I'm not able to answer question what's regarding the Rotary Foundation, because that's a decision of the trustees of the board of the Rotary Foundation. I hope that there is some benefit for Rotaract, of course. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you're the same level. I don't know that. I hope there will be some benefit for Rotaract, of course, no doubt. But I can't answer this question totally right now. We have to wait for a decision of the trustees of the Rotary Foundation.
Thank you so much, sir. We will definitely be looking forward to more information. So the next question comes from one of our MDIO president-elects, and the question goes like this. So what do you think is the most critical role of MDIOs across the world, of Rotaract multi-district information centers, and what would be your expectations? What are your expectations from MDIOs in the current year?
Yes, thank you for that question. So first of all, I really don't like the name MDIO. So ask any Rotarian, even Rotary leaders in this world, if they are not very much familiar with Interact or Rotaract, they have no clue what MDIO means. That's something I think we can think about in the future. What should this name mean? Again, I love it because I'm always loving if there is people are organizing themselves, and MDIO is for me a very good example how Rotaract all over the world organizing themselves and to find greater groups really to make sure that there is a better support of Rotaract and that there is a good connection between also Rotaract and Rotary International. So I think this is for me important. As I said in the beginning, I'm not sure this is something what is also under construction if if Rotaract also will be organized like Rotary in district. It's anyway there already, but then also in zones, and if there are similarities, so same things in zones and in like between Rotary and Rotaract. So it would be like an MDIO. So I don't know that right now. So I think I really appreciate that you took the initiative to found and to create your own MDIO, because I really think that's for the benefit of all, also of Rotary, these district information organization, MDIO. Yes, but again, I have problems with the name. Probably if we see another structure, how it would be structured worldwide, then we will find probably another name, but also Rotarians will understand. But again, for me, no doubt that's an important role. And it's also really something what is creating a better leadership, because these are really elected people, your board in your MDIOs, and you're looking for the best people in Rotaract here. And that's what I really love. And what I found and what I saw during the last two international assemblies in San Diego where we had Rotaractors first time last year and the year before. One year I was president-elect and responsible, and the other year I was a moderator and responsible. And so we really looked for having some really good DRRs invited, but also, and that was also my emphasis, to have, I think, about 30% MDIO leaders to make sure that we have the most experienced Rotaractors in San Diego. And that works pretty well. I'm really proud of Rotaract that this works so well.
That's great. So one very important question which has come up just recently, that what are your views on the collaboration with Toastmasters International, and what is the process of establishing a long-term association with the fellow organizations? Also, what will be the knowledge sharing process? And as Toastmaster has introduced 8 learning modules, so how are you planning to collaborate with them?
Yes, this is always something we will see, we will learn. So, this is a process. So our hope was that there is also a mutual benefit for Toastmasters and for us, of course. That was the basis for this cooperation with Toastmasters, because this is a large organization, but they are leaving if they think they have some skills in public speaking, people are leaving that organization and working together. This is probably also a source for Rotary looking for new members, and so I think that's the basis of this cooperation. Yes, I'm excited. I think we are right now learning how this new models will work, and this is the practical side of this cooperation we see right now with these models, and also Toastmaster members as speakers in Rotaract clubs and also Rotary clubs. And I think we are looking right now for the results, what we are learning, and then we will take the next steps, how we can really provide you, especially, more modules and more opportunities for increase your skills in public speaking.
Thank you so much, sir. Just adding to that question, so further from this partnership, is Rotary International looking forward to partner with more similar organizations in the future?
Yes, I think the future is always in partnership. I think doing things together with organizations are similar to yours makes sense. So we had a meeting already just a couple of weeks ago, and this should be normally happened in Evanston, in our headquarters, when President Mark Maloney invited the leadership of Lions International, of Kiwanis International, and also of Optimist International, and look for similarities and look for opportunities to work together. I know that they're in local areas, very often also in my country, there is sometimes a very good cooperation also between Lions and Rotary. It's talking about projects, and so this is also we are talking with organizations like us, so-called service club organizations, and this is what we are starting right now. Closer. It's not really a cooperation. It's like meeting each other and sharing experience and looking for best practice, because all of us are having the same opportunities and also the same challenges. And of course, we are looking for cooperations with large companies and with other large organizations, with government agencies and the United Nations agency. So my goal is also to strengthen our cooperations with the United Nations agency, like UNICEF and WHO in our fight against polio. I think this is important and will remain important. And one of my first visits, because I'm able to travel in Germany right now since 2 weeks, and from next weekend, I think I will also be able to travel in most parts of Europe. So I will definitely also visit the German government to look for more cooperation, and also I will visit the EU in Brussels also to look for closer cooperations and to look how they can support our efforts regarding polio, of course, but also regarding other projects in Africa and in your area.
Thank you, sir. So we have one more question that is from one of our MDIO council team. So as we shared earlier, the MDIO has been conducting several trainings across the member districts. So is there anything that you would want us to specifically cover so as to reach out to the grassroots levels?
As you said, it's a grassroots level. I'm really proud of our organization because this is a really great example. It's nothing top down. Some advice. I can do nothing as just giving some advice and try to inspire people. And by the way, there is a job description of Rotary International presidents, and one of the points is I have to inspire our fellow Rotarians and of course Rotaractors. But you know what? I'm feeling always you are inspiring me, so that's for me an important thing. No, I'm proud that we are a grassroots organization, and I think that's really important. No, so what I really would like to ask you, and what is it's really about growing Rotaract. That's what I really would like to see. And what I'm always saying, let's look for a close cooperation with Rotary and with your Rotary clubs and your Rotary leadership in your area. And again, it's really about mutual respect here. But this is the way how our organization can become stronger and more and better prepared for the future. Again, good cooperation with your Rotary leaders in your area, your Rotary clubs. But also, I wish you really all the best in marketing your Rotaract idea and your Rotaract clubs in your area to make it as desirable for many young people to say, hey, this is an organization I would love to join. And that's my wish if I have a wish.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for such depth of explanation to all the questions and for sharing your thoughts. Keeping in mind the limitation of time, of course, before we head to our closing part. So we would love to use this platform, and as discussed earlier with you, which we got the opportunity that yes, we are willing to target a good number of Rotaractors to get converted into Rotary and to just support the legacy of Rotaractors into Rotary. So we would love to use this opportunity if you allow us.
Yes, so may we invite Secretary Projects of Sarek MDIO for Rotaya 2020-21, DRR Shantanu Agrawal, and the Director of Projects, DRR Anurag Jain, for a quick announcement.
Hello everyone. Rotary greetings to all of you. So here, Sarek MDIO is launching one of the flagship projects of Rotary year 2020-21. That is RTR. RTR stands for Rotaract to Rotary, Rotaractor to Rotarian, and Road to Rotary. The objective behind RTR is to pave a path for Rotaractors to become Rotarian, providing the Rotaractors with information to become a responsible dual member, encouraging Rotaractors to resolve their queries in becoming a Rotarian. It is an initiative to connect Rotaract with Rotary in an effective manner and open the opportunities for all the Rotaractor to become a Rotarian. So friends, here it is. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shantanu. Sir, we would love to have a couple of views from your end as to how we can enhance this project, because yes, we are planning this on ground, and we have just kept, with your guidance, we have kept only a number of 200 to get converted. As you have always mentioned, that quality should not be compromised and you should achieve the numbers, desired numbers that you select. So what are your views on this project, sir?
Yes, I think we both of us, we talked about that already. I thank you for this initiative. I think during my speech, I think this is something I'm dreaming. If we have as many Rotaractors as possible in an organization and as early as possible. And as I'm always thinking, and this is what I'm not speaking about. No, I'm speaking about that very often in my country, because the Rotary clubs in my country are thinking that you should become 40 before you are able to become a Rotarian. And but this is different in different parts of the world. And so I would love to see Rotaractors to become as early as possible. I don't want a competition between a Rotaract club and a Rotary club, of course, but I would like to see this. So I really appreciate, because this is an initiative coming from Rotaract. So there are other initiatives from Rotary, where Rotary clubs are looking for Rotaract. And one of the challenges is always when Rotaractors on their journey, leaving their region, coming to other regions in your area probably, or totally different areas out of your MDIO. So then it's very difficult for them to connect again with Rotary clubs or other Rotaract clubs. So I would really love to see that this is an initiative from both sides, from the Rotary side and from the Rotaract side. Again, the common goal is clear: to make the organization stronger, especially with the young professionals, young Rotaractors are moving to Rotary. So thank you for that initiative. I think this could be one of the keys to make the transition easier from a Rotaract to Rotary. But again, I would love to see also some activities from the Rotary side to come, so that they can meet in the middle. So I think this is what I also think is important for a good cooperation between both organizations. So both organizations should move a little bit. You should move into, and you do this already with this initiative, you're moving towards Rotary. But I think also we should expect that Rotary is also moving towards Rotaract. And what I always try to make possible, I'm always promoting. So I really hope that this initiative will be successful.
Just adding to you your knowledge that yes, in the Sarek MDIO, we currently we are 2 members who have chartered a Rotary club as a Rotaractor, as an active past DRR, and we're expecting more such clubs to fulfill that figure that we had discussed earlier with you. So yes, we are on to the track, and this since Rotary is anyways providing a lot of opportunities with passport clubs, with satellite clubs, and there are a lot more opportunities wherein the dues can be reduced to a level which a Rotaractor can afford and ultimately convert into a Rotarian. So yes, with the guidance and with your support, of course, we would love to share the report on 30th June 2021 with this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your encouraging words. So, sir, before closing this interaction, is there any message that you would like to give out to all Rotarians, Rotaractors, and Interactors that have joined us today?
Yes, I had so many messages already today. So my message is: so I'm really proud to be president of this great organization just in 30 days. So and as I said, I'm always inspired. I'm meeting so many great people, like right now, all of you here. And I had that just an hour ago. I was in India for another meeting, and this morning in Europe. So and I'm really proud of this organization, proud of these members of this organization who are able to achieve so many great things. And I'm really looking forward to work with all of you. And what is important, not for my personal glory, but for the good of our organization, for the good of Rotary. And what I'm always saying when I'm leaving a meeting like this here, whatever happens, don't forget, Rotaract has also to be fun. So have fun, and please stay healthy in your area. That's my final words. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. We have successfully completed this interaction, and on behalf of Sarek MDIO and all our attendees today, we wholeheartedly thank you, sir, the Rotary International President-elect Holger Knaack, for your time and for sharing your thoughts and ideas with us. I'm sure all Rotarians, Rotaractors, and Interactors who joined us today had a worthwhile experience. We thank you once again, and we look forward to similar interactions in the future. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, and bye-bye. Thank you very much, and bye-bye. Stay healthy.
Attendees who joined
Thank
us
you, sir.
on various platforms today. We had more than 4,000 attendees, and we will be back with some similar interesting programs in the future. Thank you so much. Stay safe. Take care.
Yes, so to stay tuned with our future projects, please join us and please connect us through our various social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Please search for Sarek MDIO and follow us. Thank you so much. Take care and stay safe.